Greetings, friends. Michael Foster coming to you guys from Oradea, Romania, where I live and serve. A happy new year to you, a happy 2026. I don't really put out too many videos these days. I don't have time. I am super busy with our ministry and work here in Romania, pastoring our church, discipling our people, our evangelistic efforts here. And I'm also busy raising my children and taking care of my family. So I just don't have the time to make videos, edit them, and put them out. But from time to time, I still like to try to put them out, whether that be videos of our evangelistic efforts on the streets or in villages here, or whether that be a quick word like this. I think it's good to still put this stuff out there. There's so much fluff and really useless stuff out there on social media that I feel convicted to try to put these out from time to time. And this is something that's actually been brewing in my heart for quite some time. I just haven't found the time to do it. So let me give you a little background before I go into the video as to what inspired this. About a year and a half ago, I was writing our newsletter, one of our newsletters. I believe it was our spring newsletter in 2023. And I ran out of space to put our prayer requests at the newsletter. We still send out a hard copy newsletter 4 times a year. I think that there's value in that. There's so much just noise on the internet, and it's nice to get something in the mail. So we still do that, and I ran out of space. And at the bottom I put down, if you want to know our prayer requests, please email us. And sadly, it's sad to say that we only got 2 or 3 people who wrote and asked what our prayer requests were. And it just kind of struck me. And I said, man, this is just heart-wrenching. And so I said, let me keep this up and just see what happens. So I did it in the summer newsletter and then the fall newsletter. And there was, again, 1 or 2 people. And I think in the December newsletter, no one wrote us and asked us what our prayer requests were. And I started thinking about that and thinking, man, people aren't praying for us. People aren't praying for what, our ministry, or at least not, they don't seem to be. And then I felt convicted and I said, man, well, how much do I pray for people that I know who are in ministries? So I said, let me reach out to some people who are in ministry that I respect and that I have a lot of love for in my heart for, and ask them what their prayer needs are. And I did that. And I wrote a bunch of different people, pastors, people in ministry, asking them how I could pray for them, and gave them a lot of time to write me back. And only 40% of them even shared what their prayer needs were. Now, I don't want to look into it too much. Sometimes we get busy and we don't respond to messages that we intend to. But I'm just going to take the statistics for what it is, the response for what it is. It's 40% of the people in ministry that I wrote, who I have a relationship with, and asked them, hey, what are your prayer needs? Take your time, share with me when you can. And I waited a year. This was in January of 2024, a year ago. And only 40% of them in a year's time, and I followed up with some of them, share with me their prayer needs. That tells me a lot of things about our generation. It tells me that we are not prayerful people. That was my own experience. And then also we operate, those of us on ministry, many times without prayer. We think that our head knowledge, our strategies, our theology, our activity, whether that be from the pulpit or even on the streets, we think that that is enough to catapult us forward in our work. And I'm deeply concerned and deeply grieved by this. And I just feel like this video needs to be made. The disciples, when they were with Jesus, the one thing they asked them what to do was pray. He said, how can we teach us how to pray? And Jesus teaches them how to pray. And then right before Jesus is crucified, they're in the Garden of Gethsemane. And what does Jesus tell them? Jesus says, watch and pray, but they fall asleep. But then after the resurrection and the ascension, they're in the upper room praying. And of course they pray and they wait for God, and then Pentecost happens. So there is a need for us to follow suit and understand our need for prayer. And I just want to just speak on the deadness of this generation, and in love, not in a condemning way. I want to speak on the prayerlessness that we have. And prayerlessness, my friends, when we don't pray for one another, that's a direct sin against God. 1 Samuel chapter 12, verse 23, Samuel said, I don't want to sin by ceasing to pray for you. And when we don't pray for one another, we are sinning against God. So there's that aspect. There's, of course, the what I already mentioned. When we don't pray, we're in direct disobedience to Christ, who told us to watch and pray. He told us to watch and pray so that we won't fall into temptation. So when we don't pray, when we're prayerless, we're more vulnerable to temptation. When we don't pray, when we're prayerless people, we are disobeying 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 17, where Paul says to pray without ceasing. And by the way, that's not talking about locking yourself in a closet and praying nonstop. That's talking about being in a constant state of prayer, to always be in a state of prayer. And more than all of that, when we're prayerless, my friends, it speaks of our self-reliance, our self-righteousness. It expresses independence rather than dependence on God. And it gives the enemy, Satan, a lot of room to make inroads in our lives. So I just want to challenge you to think about that as we go into 2026, that make some changes in your life, if you are a prayerless Christian or if you don't have a vibrant prayer life. And let me tell you let me give you a warning about how Christians kind of rationalize not having a vibrant prayer life, right? A prayerless Christian will replace prayer with church attendance, with church activity, with giving to the poor, with visiting people who are sick, trying to obey the scriptures, the other parts of scriptures, in a legalistic kind of way. Or even, and I'm saying this to my brethren who follow along the same footsteps as me, going out on the street and laboring on the streets and hoisting Christ in the open air, confronting the culture, confronting evil with the gospel, calling sinners to repent. Sometimes even that can fill us with a piousness that isn't rooted in true spirituality. It isn't rooted in true relationship with God. And I'm not trying to suggest that people, when we're prayerless, that means we don't have a relationship with God. We all sin and fall short of the glory of God, and we're saved by God's grace. But we definitely can hide behind our activities and use it as an excuse or a rationalization of why we don't pray. So I just want to encourage you today. I've already talked longer than I wanted to, but if you made it to the end of this video, make 2026 a year of prayer. This generation needs prayer. Our culture needs prayer. The lost need prayer. Your family needs prayer. Your church needs prayer. Your pastors, like myself, needs prayer. Missionaries need prayer. You need prayer. We need to pray and be in communion with God so that we can be filled with His Spirit, so that we can walk in obedience in a way that is being fueled through our relationship with Him rather than just what we fill our heads with. Or our lives with for the activities. I hope that is a conviction if it needs to be. I hope it's an encouragement at the same time. God bless you and happy 2026.